Italiano, Italian word of the day for today, but it's not a word, but it's a term. So Italian term of the day for today, 28 February 2025, is Bufera di neve, which translates to English as snowstorm. And this is kind of a concluding for at the time of my February 2025 snow project / playlist. Now I could talk about snow in February 2025 later, and that would still qualify for the project / playlist. However, this is like same month. And in the spirit of this month, we got snow in the Seattle area here where I'm living. I'm Tanis Coralee Leonhardi, she, her, hers of Seattle. And this is northern suburbs of Seattle, City of Shoreline. And a snowstorm is different than snow, and at least we'll go per my documentation here on YouTube on my channel. I've covered snowstorms, and snowstorms can kind of, I would classify, characterize it, describe it, maybe describe, it's a description, is like it dumps all at once, all of the snow. Whereas this month, February 2025, we had snow. So essentially we had kind of repeated pulses of snow, and sometimes it would stick and sometimes it wouldn't stick. Or be a little too warm so it would melt and that kind of thing. Versus with a snowstorm, it's a bunch of snow kind of all at once or very close together, and the snow doesn't necessarily melt between snows, so the snow keeps accumulating. So that, for my life experience and this YouTube channel, a snowstorm is more of accumulation without the disappearance of the snow, whereas just snow can disappear between snows. And so some people prefer a snowstorm to just snow, as a snowstorm is all at once, while snow without the storm tends to be spaced out. So some people are like, they just want to get the snowing part over with, so they want a snowstorm. The one thing I'll say about that is it can take a while for the snow to melt. If there's like 11 inches, it can take a bit longer to melt than just 1 inch, per my life experience. And you could say, can we put this into a bigger dream? Maybe the first time I get to see Lydia Jacobi compete in person, maybe I'm living in Italy and pursuing a PhD in physics, and I've been living there for a bit, and she's in Alaska, and there's this big snowstorm or snow. It's this, the clouds are coming in, and we can't quite tell if it's gonna be a snowstorm or a snow. And she's like, you know what, Mom and Dad, if it's just snow, I'm gonna go compete in Italy. And so it's just snow, and she goes and competes in Italy, or it doesn't snow or something. So she goes and competes. So a snowstorm might shut an airport down, although in Alaska, I don't know how much. They might be able to operate better than most places. And then so she comes to Italy, and I get to see her race in person, with or without YouTube videos, with or without pictures. And maybe I even treat her to gelato afterwards. That would be living the dream, to have that happen in person and be able to buy her gelato for my own money. That'd be living the dream. Anyway, in Italiano, bufera di neve, in English as snowstorm.